Get in, nerds. We are playing Burden of Command. It is time to get going on this turn, and the first thing we're going to do is Lieutenant Stern is going to remember to step up here. Okay, and then in a second, we're going to shoot at the enemy artillery. A runner comes over from Dearborn's 3rd Platoon. After he catches his breath, he says, Lieutenant Dearborn's compliments. It's about that French radio we captured. He'd like to pause and listen to their battle plans. He figures they'll be putting things out in plain talk, French talk. In the middle of an attack, he asks this, because of course he does. Granted, Dearborn tests cunning, may eventually remove some fog of war. Dearborn expends remaining orders. Assign 2 enlisted translators to the task. Low chance to eventually remove some fog of war. Dearborn reduces to 1 order. Or deny the request. I'm going to assign enlisted translators. I need Dearborn focusing on taking the walled compound. You revise Dearborn's plan and make that in order. Confident now that he'll have to stick to your way of doing things to send the runner back. I think Dearborn...
Stay down.
Dang it.
Cover.
Well, I thought I had it. But I didn't. Alright, well, someone's going to need to take out this artillery position then, because that's a real shit show. Okay. Alright, well, I can't do anything more with Stern, so that's Stern's turn. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, French? Vichy French. Okay, Lieutenant Dearborn lost way more orders than I would have liked him to lose. So, what if I assault this unit? Let's do it.
Drag out.
Oh, crap! Alright. Very nice. The enemy reacts. Your radio crackles with Major Cloud's voice yet again. This is Bayonet 6 calling Nickel 6. Attack stalled elsewhere. You may be exposed. French forces shifting to heavily reinforce your front. Up to you whether to advance or dig in. Affirmative. Continue attacking. Over. +2 prestige. Understood. Will regroup near the estate. Some over. Some positive bolster and rally events unlocked. Are breaking off the attack. Now over. Scenario ends in a mission draw. Outcome for the men is a draw. I'm doing pretty well overall. So I'm going to say understood will regroup near the estate. Shit, Major Cloud says. Often softer curses follow concerning the French. Understood. Do what you can. Bayonet 6 out. And now, can I take this hex? I think I can. Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. Excellent. We got their acting LT. The walled compound is ours.
Ammo.
Low on ammo. I don't like the sound of that. Alright, we got a secondary objective over here. This squad is fully suppressed, so I could attack them with Lieutenant Wilson.
Get the BAR up here. Reloading.
I've been leaving him out in the open and just sort of hoping there's not anything over here that can make a problem for me. But I've done that before, and it hasn't been a mistake. Alright, I've moved my tanks over here, unfortunately, which, you know, is what it is. So, I need to get one of these tanks in position to shoot at... Now that I've got this area taken, I need to move one of these tanks up here to shoot at this artillery piece. Which I can't do right now, because I'm using Lieutenant Wilson, which is the thing I knew was going to happen, and I definitely didn't remember just now and feel like a fool about. Alright, let's get this squad forward. So we've taken our walled compound here. Our next objectives are here and here. And is there an additional objective in the south? There's not. but the enemy is coming up, so I want to be in good positions. So let's go here. Running fumes. The tanks are nearly out of fuel and therefore move slower. And up to here. That was an error. Alright, signal from the lead tank. Not the one you want to hear either. Almost out of gas. Almost. No doubt they have just enough to withdraw to safety if you allow it. The tanks stay, we need firepower. Allow the tanks to withdraw. I'm going to allow the tanks to withdraw. A tank that can't go forward is no use. You'd just be risking those tankers' lives for nothing. You make a note to provide cover as they retreat eastward to safety and send them a message allowing the same. Alright, enemy unit over here. Wish it weren't so, but I've still got action, and the enemy is not in cover. So let's shoot him. Nice. Very nice. Dearborn will be next, I think, but first, Lieutenant Wilson's got to take this enemy unit. We'll bolster.
Cottonbalers, don't let me down.
And we'll assault.
Let's go pay for our breakfast.
Nice. Excellent. And does that leave the squad only with enough movement to get back to cover? I'm leaving Wilson kind of out there exposed, but you know, he's a man of great courage. He'll sort himself out. Oh man, he can hang out amongst the dead bodies of the Vichy French troops. All right. So, draw your armor to the right side of the map. All right. So we'll do that. No, we'll do Lieutenant Dearborn next, because he needs to finish with this walled compound here, and then we'll deal with our armor. And then we'll send 1st Platoon over to take the objective in the north there. Right, enemy squad there. Alright, not bad. So. I'm taking a risk here if I move here. Risking that there's no... I'm betting there's no enemy units in these things, but I took out 3 units in this walled compound, so I think I'm feeling overall pretty confident about that. Right, very good.
Watch your fire.
If I could bolster them. Oh, and Dearborn lost all his orders. Alright. Right, Murphy's gonna have to lead this situation over here. For now.
Watch your flank.
And then this squad too. Just the squad.
Hit him hard.
And into cover. Alright. Grant's next, and then we'll pull the tanks back. Interesting. Really? You're coming forward, are you? A lot of enemy units down there. Alright. So next... it's Lieutenant Grant. We've seized our secondary objective, our first secondary objective. Let's continue forward to grab our second. Alright, no enemy units spotted here. Let's try here. Still nothing. I'm exposing myself pretty badly if I risk it for the biscuit over here. I've got more turns. So we'll move this unit here for now. Other squads. Let's get Acting Lieutenant Grant into this squad. I'll actually rally them because they're a little short in order, and so am I. That's right, I got Infiltrate. And then this squad needs to get up into this business and shift forward just a little bit.
We're almost behind the 8-ball.
Nice. Alright. Got a full morale enemy squad over here, so I'm going to need to deal with that as well. Let's take command of this MG and bring them up to Lieutenant Murphy's current position. And meanwhile, we'll have Lieutenant Murphy reposition to here. Enemy forces should be coming up, but I have confidence that we'll be able to deal with them. I know the way I said that spoke of great confidence, but it is what it is. Alright, so we're going to get some prestige bonuses for pulling these tanks back. Here's hoping it's going to be worth it. I didn't make great use of them. Oh man, they're really out of gas. Okay. We're definitely going to need to make optimal use of these roads. Face south. You, sir. Alright, that's turn 7. Let's see what the enemy does. Alright. I got a secondary objective in sight. Feeling pretty good about that, but I think our first action...
Watch your fire!
Oh boy. That's not as good as it could be.
Stay online.
What does an assault against this squad look like? It looks pretty good. So Lieutenant Wilson...
Keep moving.
Let's shoot at this squad. This is a risk, but I've got excellent cover. Alright, we took a teensy bit of suppression. But only a teensy bit. Is an assault here a giant mistake? I think the answer is yes. So we'll take a second shot. They did shoot back, but much less effectively. I may bring Captain Murphy up to support the attack. Where's Wilson's other squad? Wilson's other squad is over here. And Wilson himself is way up here. Right, let's move this squad up here.
Ours or theirs?
Keep moving.
And we'll shoot at this squad again.
Fire!
Dearborn will be next. Oh, took a casualty. Cripes, not ideal, but that's okay. So now do we run in with this squad and complete an assault? A surprise assault against this unit? I think we do. It's a risk. I would love to wait until Dearborn's turn, but I don't think... I think the chance of them causing a problem for me is high. This could be a giant snafu. I've had quite a few command snafus already this scenario. But we'll do it. We'll risk it in hopes of being rewarded with receipt of the biscuit. Okay, we were spotted. Let's take them out. Ah, cripes! But this is good, actually. This unit is facing this way. Regardless, I need to wait until Dearborn's turn to do anything else here. So I'm hoping this situation remains alright. Wilson, get with your squad. And head out south. Cancel. We're not going far, but I think it's reasonable. You know, he is very successfully drawing the enemy fire from this position. So now the question is, do I go buck wild? Okay, there's an enemy unit here. Oh, I can't get to there.
Hit him hard. On your right, on your right. Reloading. Move. Don't give him an inch.
Again, thinking I could go up and over here is a giant error. I don't think there's any world in which that would be the right call.
Stay on line.
So how do I take either this squad or this machine gun?
Keep your heads down.
Okay. Can't shoot there. That blocks my LOS.
Hit the dirt.
What about from here? Negative. But I can get there from here. I don't have the movement, but Captain Murphy can get into here. Bolster this squad. Get them up here.
Stay down.
Shouldn't moved Lieutenant Murphy. All right, now they're out of movement.
Watch your fire.
They shot back at us, but not very effectually. Still only in yellow. All right, and we'll move this squad. No, actually, I need to get Dearborn up here because this squad.
Wasted.
I need.
Watch your fire.
You don't have visibility, but you do, and excellent visibility at that.
Hit him hard.
All right. Still got that enemy unit spotted. Stupid. And the squad. Lieutenant Dearborn is still hidden.
Take cover.
But I can take this cannon under fire. On the other hand, I could go forward into these trenches and prepare to assault. Which I think is the better call. No, let's shoot them. Really? Artillery can shoot back, huh? Damn. All right, that was rough. All right, it is what it is. It is everything it is. And the enemy's over here, so I need to get Lieutenant Stern rallied to deal with them. Alright, so Stern only has one order. He's going to have to rally.
Oy vey.
Me too, Stern, me too. Alright, that's Stern's turn. See what the enemy does. These squads are... Yeah, they're going to be moving up. Alright.
Watch your flank.
Okay, and finally, it's Sergeant Grant's turn. We'll grab this objective, and then we'll flank the enemy. Beautiful.
Go, get set up.
So, what's visibility like over here? If I can get up against this ridge line, I can put myself in a position to sneak up and around. Which I think is the right call. Well, let's not get too greedy here. Alright, no more enemy units over here. That's good. We'll bring up... No, we'll move this unit first. Let's just... One more quick check. Yeah, they only have visibility over here, so... And up here... Is it crazy of me to try this turn? When they only have 2 orders left? Yes, it is. Because I can't get very far. So they'll have to wait. And then Acting Lieutenant Grant and his squad will have to get forward as well. And we'll stay on this road for now. And then finally it's the tanks.
Hit the dirt. Stay down.
It's been a complicated turn. I think I have made some tactical errors, and that's okay. A messenger arrives from the tank commander. They want to pull out of the battle entirely. No gas, no guns. At least not where you want them. Allow it, they're useless here. Deny it, they're steel pillboxes for us. Allow it. The tanks are just going to get shot up if they can't maneuver. The dead tankers can't fight anyone. You send the messenger back with your permission, then return your mind to the battle. Alright, so is that all the tanks? That's this tank, at least. We'll keep these tanks moving that way. I really hope it's 2 prestige per tank I successfully get out of the action, because I sure do not want to be in a situation where I've sacrificed use of these tanks, even temporarily, for a mere 2 prestige. A mere 2/3 of a reinforcement. Alright, and that is turn 8. Let's move on to turn 9. I have had some bad turns here, but that's okay. So first things first. This unit is fully suppressed right now, but they still have a shot. Let's activate Stern. Can this MG shoot at these units? They cannot. And this MG is all the way over here. Doesn't have the ability to shoot at these units either. Alright, still, let's see if we can't hit this artillery piece with our mortars one more time. Did I won? Did I do it? I don't think I did it. What happened? I didn't see. I think I missed. Is there smoke somewhere near here? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Well, that's not ideal. Well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So as long as I got Stern active, I'll move this MG up. Who's got LOS here? Is it this enemy artillery piece here? It is.
Keep your heads down.
Curious.
Watch your fire.
I'm gonna try it. Alright. That's okay, though. And the reason it's okay is because now I can come in and assault with this unit, and I'm sorry, MG squad, I placed your lives in danger, but you were in trenches.
Keep moving.
So next is going to be Dearborn. Alright, enemy units moving over here.
Keep your heads down.
Enemy units moving in the south, but my guys are shooting at them. Beautiful. Alright, that's very good. Nice. That sounds like a good noise. Now. Do I bolster? Or do I just rush forward and attack? I think I rush forward and attack.
Hit the dirt!
No! No! Dang it! Ah, cripes! Oh, no! Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's not great. Alright. Alright, well, it is time for Captain Murphy to take command of Lieutenant Dearborn's squads whilst he is indisposed.
On your left! On your left!
Give it to him!
Watch your flank!
Nice.
Watch your fire!
Alright, that's good suppression.
Hit him hard! Hit him hard!
So now the question is,
Don't give him an inch!
yeah, I think we go in and assault this unit. Of course, then I'm betting nothing else can see me from up there. So let's go ahead and activate this unit. Run them forward as far as they can, and then assault.
Come on.
Take the MG.
Let's get those bastards.
Nice. Alright, beautiful. Now we're in rock solid cover. And being shot at by a different MG. What a shit show. Certainly not going to do that. So it'll be Wilson's squads to deal with that situation in a minute. But in any case, Dearborn is really in a bad situation, actually. Is this the unit that shot at him? No, there's another squad over here. Probably in one of these trenches.
Get the BAR up here!
That done it. Alright. Yeah, it's still Lieutenant Dearborn's go-around. Alright. Pass. Alright. This MG is completely out of shots.
Fire!
So I think now is the time we move in Lieutenant Wilson's squads.
Don't give him an inch!
And try to assault these positions. Fortunately, this squad has to be the one to go after the MG because they're the only ones close enough. Unless I press this squad with Captain Murphy, with acting Captain Murphy, but I would prefer not to do that. Can't assault there.
Reloading!
I think I will do that.
Shift fire!
Hold up.
Ah, cripes. Alright. That's okay. Regroup.
We're taking fire.
Captain Murphy.
Inch!
Press this unit. Now. Up here. Please do not shoot at me again. Assault number 1. Get him!
Come on.
Yes! Whew! Ah. Another enemy squad. I don't love it, but it is what it is. All right, and then finally, Wilson will get moving southward with his squad to continue to be involved in the situation as soon as able. Squad can still technically move. But I don't want to... Do I want to move them? Is that the right call, or is that dumb? I don't think so. And Sergeant Grant. Grant. Send in the Mad Lads. What can we see? Well, they've spotted us. I don't know where they are. Still nothing, huh? Alright, well, let's shoot this machine gun from the rear. Nice. Very good. Very nice. Alright. Next squad. Get the lads properly into cover. And then finally... you get moving as far as you can. And this squad will continue to move in to support the action. Now that this squad's suppressed, I'm going to use Lieutenant Murphy's last order to assault this unit. Well, let's hope this isn't a giant mistake.
Follow me!
Just get him! Yeah! Oh! Excellent. Oh, that was a giant risk. Alright. Alright, and I think once I get this squad dealt with and take the primary objectives... So I think my first thing I'm going to do next turn is just snag this primary objective and hope that ends the scenario, because, oh, this situation's doing real bad. Finally, we will take the tanks and continue to move them out of the action. So... a messenger arrives from Lintz. He too wants permission to withdraw. Yes, it's the perfect excuse. Allow it. He's as useless as the other tank. Deny it. I let the other tank go, and the same applies here. Allow it. He's useless than the other tank. Lintz isn't going to get his men killed if he can't maneuver, and you certainly don't need that on your mind. You send the messenger back with your permission, and then return to the battle. And we'll get this unit moving up. And then we'll get Lintz himself out of the action as well. me that dialogue. No? Okay. That's fine. I'm going to move Lieutenant Stern into this MG. I can't. Oh, because it's not his turn. That's okay. That's okay. All right. I've been you know, getting real bananas over here. But let's see if we can finish out this scenario. So, it is a big risk if I do this. Particularly with this enemy squad ready to act. If I activate Lieutenant Wilson's squads, I may not have the range to get there. Safest thing to do. Actually, the safest squad to try to get there is this one. So I'm really hoping the enemy doesn't have any more units in these buildings. I'm going to make a gamble, and we'll see if it pays off. And in we go. You seize the barracks. The French stage of fighting withdrawal, no doubt preparing another counterattack. We're not in top shape, LT, Sergeant Grant says after he hurries over to confirm. Yeah, no shit. There's not enough medics for the wounded. Trying to go after the rest of the French feels like hunting for glory. Mop up the rest of the French, continue the scenario to prestige, or end the battle. The scenario ends with a mission major victory, loyalty +2. End the battle. The French are beaten today. That is what matters. You give the order to consolidate. There's palpable relief from Grant and the others as the messengers go out. With that having been said, I'm going to do this role-playing section in the next episode. For now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.